There's some chins in there, man.
Hey.
You got anxiety? I can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
It makes no sense.
Hey.
I'm trying to think of jujitsu move. Hold on. I'm getting attacked.
That was wild. Hey.
What episode is this?
9.
9. All right.
Let's start it off funky. Ready? This is gonna be a funky one.
Did you hear that giggle? That's Brent, everybody.
What up, Brent? Announce yourself.
a.k.a. Brent. Move over here, close to the
character
mic.
here. He's the one that he's our
Brent is our I don't know
mascot. I would call him like the mascot.
Don't call me a
Nah, you know why? You know why you are? Because and I'll tell you why, right? Because you're becoming the guy everyone knows at Enigma, right? So if people think about Enigma, they think about Brent, a.k.a. Brian, thanks to Pablo. Pablo changed his name because he couldn't say Brent, so he said, I'm just gonna call you Brian. But Brent is pretty amazing. How long have you been training now?
It's like 2 years.
2 years, right? And he's one of these guys that has taken jiu-jitsu. He's picked it up very quickly.
Yeah.
He's picked it up very quickly. And he's a dancer also, which kind of helps with the motions and the movements. He's actually created dance steps. I'm actually going to put it at the top of this podcast before the actual podcast so you guys can see him dancing. We recorded it 2 weeks ago. It was pretty funny. The stand-up technique, the jiu-jitsu roll. He combined everything. It's very cool. It's very cool. So yeah, he's actually been training 2 years. Very consistent, very dedicated. He's a white belt, 1 stripe.
Yeah.
Fights like a brown belt, right?
He does. He fights hard. He fights hard, man.
Spirited.
He's got the spirit of a brown belt. You don't fight like one specifically, but
not yet.
Yeah, you will. You'll get there soon.
I had to face a brown belt this morning. It was hard work.
How hard was it? It was just bad.
I felt like Kenichi.
Oh,
what's that?
What the hell's Kenichi? Wow.
It's an anime of.
This. We don't go over, so we can't.
Oh my God,
okay.
we're old. Konichi, I don't even know what that is.
Sounds cool.
Thanks for making me feel 100.
Konichi or Kunoichi?
Kenichi.
Kenichi.
Yeah, Kenichi.
So one sword. What does it mean?
Nah, he has like 7 different type of martial artist teachers.
Oh, it's nice.
Who show him like he's not really skilled and he's like a wimpy kid, but like when he meets the martial arts teacher, he has like a Muay Thai teacher,
nice,
a Tai Chi teacher who's like.
Kind of like you. You got an MMA coach, you got a kickboxing coach, you got a jiu-jitsu coach, you got a strength coach.
I'm blessed for it.
Yeah, you got everything.
It's Enigma, baby.
How do you feel about your training since the first day you started? What have you learned? Do you feel like you've changed?
Yeah.
How have you changed?
Discipline.
Discipline.
A new sort of discipline, a new sort of looking at perceptive of life, like how to handle situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've definitely had an alteration in your life. You felt like everything's improved. Everything's gotten better, yes?
Yeah, and yeah, I know how to handle things now. I'm stronger.
Okay. Yeah, you've definitely changed. We've seen the change firsthand. We've seen it. You're very good on the mats. You like striking.
Yeah.
But like I've said many times, when Brent rolls, it's fun to watch because you can see he's not really thinking about anything. He's just flowing.
He's flowing.
And that's a lot like dancing.
You know what's also fun about him? When you teach something and it's new to him, he has those aha moments. Like,
yeah.
For real.
That's crazy. My mind is blown.
Yo, cause it's like you get stuck. You get stuck in like
He's also like a modern hippie in a way, right? But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
chill. He's not.
He's
you know
way
what I mean?
relaxed. Way relaxed.
yeah. I just smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I felt like maybe it's not my place. Did you smoke before coming here now?
Probably.
He said yes. He smoked that.
Sorry.
But no, it's cool. It's cool to see. It's cool to see someone like you train jujitsu, and now we've seen the improvement. We've definitely seen you've gotten your life together as much as you can. You're in school. Yeah. You're training as much as you can. You really make an effort to come out, even though sometimes it's hard to wake up in the morning.
Yeah,
it's tough. But you do text me. You do contact me, and you say, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I'm gonna try again tomorrow." And that's cool. That's very. It's cool to see that. Because the dedication is there. The discipline has to improve, of course. And that comes over time.
Yeah. Round of applause for the coach.
No.
For you're putting your boy on, you
Really?
feel me?
Yeah,
But for us, he's giving us.
all right, yes.
I didn't know nothing. Now I'm just learning all
Now you know
this
something,
knowledge.
which is
now I
cool.
know something.
Knowing's half the battle.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe. No.
We need a sound for that. We don't have. All right, so that's cool, man. And something John and I were talking about before you came in was oddballs in jiu-jitsu, right? You're not an oddball, but you're close to it.
Yeah.
So I have so many weird encounters from previous locations to now. There's always been a strange like this one time this guy came into I wouldn't call him a guy. He was like 17 or 18.
You don't call him a guy?
Because he was still a kid, you know, he's a teenager, right? He was 17 or 18, came to the dojo, had a free pass, and he took the class and, you know, did techniques and everything. Then it was time to spar, to roll. He started striking people, right? The first roll he had was with...
Seriously?
Yo, he was body shotting people.
Damn, where was I at?
But
That
it
shit would have been a fight with me. You know it.
Yeah.
That shit would have been a fight.
you know
I would've-
what's
oh, you want to hit?
But you know,
Yeah.
Rap.
but you know what's funny? His first roll was with I want to say it was Ray. Was it Ray? Ray Ceballos. Right?
No way.
And this is
Oh my
funny, right?
God.
Because Ray was cool and calm and collected, but he was a beast. Still is a beast on the mats.
Yeah.
Just a monster at white belt. He was at white belt. He was killing everybody, myself included. And he was rolling with this kid, and he was training to be an MMA fighter anyways. And when the kid, Ray pulled him into his guard, you know, crossed his ankles behind, put him in the guard, and then the kid just kind of digged his head into the Ray's chest and started like body shotting him on the side of the ribs.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even like hard body shots. It was like tiny little
Yeah.
pita pats.
Role played.
It was very much like
Like he's playing the kunga or something.
He was just and then Ray goes, what? Like he just stops and he goes, what are you doing? And the guy's, oh no, I used to train MMA. You know, I did it for like 8 months. And Ray's like, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you don't want to do that. This is jiu-jitsu, we're just rolling. And the guy goes, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then they get back into it and he starts striking him again. And Ray's like, dude, relax, what's the matter? He says, I'm sorry, it's just a habit. It's a habit. I can't help
Said
it.
that?
Yeah, and I'm watching it, and Leo and I stop rolling, and we're looking over there like, you okay, Ray? He's like, yeah, it's just, it's cool. And we go, did he just hit him? He starts, and then we stop rolling, we watch Ray, and we look at Ray, and we tell Ray to like calm down, like don't retaliate. Just maybe put him in a triangle, because that's what Ray was like known for. And then he puts him in a triangle, submits him, armbars him. Then the time ends. Then Leo goes, okay, hey man, what are you doing? And and the kid is like,
Like that, right?
yeah. The kid is like, oh, I train MMA. It's still in my system, you know. And Leo goes, okay, you know, this is jiu-jitsu. There's no punching. And the kid goes, oh no, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So
Wow.
Leo rolls with him, right? And Leo goes, listen, you can punch me, just don't punch my face, because if you punch my face, I'm gonna hurt you. Right? And so the kid goes, yeah, that's cool. Like he got excited that he could hit Leo. So Leo starts training him, didn't get one shot in on Leo. As soon as he pulled the guard, armbar, tap, triangle, tap, sweep to mount, armbar, tap. And this was in the span of 5. I think he tapped the kid 10 times in 5 minutes. And then the kid, and then he says, Erick, roll with roll with this guy. I said, okay.
that's Portuguese accent for Erick.
So I roll with him, and he starts body shotting me, right? And like the previous 2 times, everyone's told you not to do it, and he keeps on doing it. I just at this point, I said, okay, I'm not even gonna say nothing. So I sweep him out. Same thing, armbar choke, roll ends. End of the class, we bow out. We pull him to the side, like, listen, man, you gotta be careful. You go to other gyms. Leo's telling him, you go to other gyms, they're gonna kill you if you do this.
Yeah.
Right?
I know my old professor's school, they would have had a field day with
destroyed him,
Yes,
right? And the kid, and then that was like on a Wednesday. And then we don't see the kid, and he has like a week pass, a free week of jiu-jitsu. And we don't see him the next day. We see him Friday. He comes during my kids' class, right? And I'm teaching the kids' class, and he's standing there watching the kids' class. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Did you need something?" And he goes, "Oh, I want to train." I said, "Well, this is the kids' class. You can't really train with the kids."
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did
So he
he wanna
goes,
train?
"Oh, okay. No, I wait till after." Like, yeah, open mat is afterwards. Open mat. You can train afterwards. I'll do something with you. We can train. So after the kids' class, and my daughter's there with me, and I finish class, and then he steps on the mat. I throw a gi on him. I say, "Okay, so what did you want to learn?" He says, "Oh, is it okay if we do stand up, like striking, kickboxing?"
So I get it. This guy obviously wanted to do some kind of a UFC cage
Yeah.
training.
But he was very, very like he was young. He was 17 or 18. I'm not even,
Touched in the head.
yeah, very, very 730. So this kid, he starts leg kicking me, right? And it's piss poor leg kicks. It's just like some shit you see in the TV and you try to mimic. And he's leg kicking me, and I'm like, and he's like, he's looking at me for approval. Like, is this okay? Can I do this? Can I kick you? And I don't say anything. We just keep fighting, right? And then I get in on him. I grab his leg. I take him down. I mount him. Now, mind you, when I mounted him, his arm got trapped, right? So I have a mount, and his arm is trapped.
You mounted his arm also.
Yeah, and he's got one free arm, right? So he starts to body shot me, right?
What?
So I go in the S mount and I trap that arm, and now he's double pinned, right? His both arms are in the mount. He's pretty much like a fucking sausage stuck underneath me, ready to get just pounded, right? So I start a cross choke from that position, right? I got his arms trapped. I get the first grip, I get my second grip, and the dude, listen, he reaches over with his mouth and like bites me in the hand, but he bites me so slowly.
Like it was
erotic.
Was it erotic?
That's what it felt like, bro. But he's got this crazed look on his face, like he doesn't know what's happening in his life right now, and he just kind of goes over and he looks at me and he goes, oh. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he keeps like gnawing at me. You ever hold down a dog? And it's like that. He's kind of playing gnawing.
Yeah.
And I have him in mind, and he's like, yeah, right. And my daughter's watching me, and she's got this perplexed look on her face.
What is
she's
going
like,
on?
she's like 12 or 13. She's like,
what the fuck is wrong?
yeah, what's going on with this motherfucker? Right?
He's like this.
He's gnawing at me. So then I go for the second grip on the choke, and I close that shit super tight, right? And I held it a little longer than I should have because I felt he started to go. He started to do that nice snore. You know that snore when you're getting choked, that and your face starts to change color, right? And so and he can't tap, because I have him pinned, and I let go, and I go, all right, man, get up, and I kind of pat him on the head a little hard. I'm like, dude, you need to get up, you need to go, you need to get out of here, bro. You can't come back to this gym because he bit me, and it wasn't like he gnawed at me, but he caught like part of my skin, and it hurt.
Well, there's also the whole. There's a pinch.
Yeah, it was a pinch with his teeth.
There's also like, dude, you're gonna put germs on me. You're gonna.
Dude, I don't want you to slobber on me. What the fuck?
Oh
He's just in a panic, in a complete panic. He had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
And he started to fight, right? And there's another thing about that dude, man. He afterwards, right? Back in that era, our gym was located in Long Island City. It was by, was it Frank Sinatra High School? Is that what it's called? I don't know what it's called. It's a high school right by the gym, right? Is it Frank Sinatra?
That's the one it was at on second floor?
Yeah, no, it was the one where you showed up at.
The first
The
one.
Green Gate.
Oh, Green Gate.
Green Gate,
Okay.
right? And right around there, my daughter was applying to go to that high school, right? And we needed to do there was an audition thing where she had to bring her art and stuff. And we're standing online that morning.
No way.
And we see the guy
Oh my god.
on the street, and my daughter's like, "Oh, look, Eric is the guy that bit you," and I'm like, "What?" And I see him, and he stops to talk to us.
To have a conversation.
And he's like, "Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey." And I'm like, "Hey," and I'm shaking his hand. And I don't know if he's gonna jump at me, bite me.
Yeah.
I'm shaking his hand, like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you been?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, no, I'm good now." I'm like, "Oh, you're good now? What does that mean?" So he looks at me and he goes, "No, I'm good now." And my daughter's got this like really weird. We got this weird look on her face, and like, so we're expecting. Where's this conversation going? He goes, "Listen, I want to apologize for what happened that day." I'm like, "Oh, nah, it's cool."
I was
man."
hungry. Somebody said Colombian
He's
food is
like,
good.
"No, this is, you know what he said? He said, "Listen, I was off my medication at that time in my life." This was, and it was like a year later, or a couple of years later.
Okay,
matter of
then I
fact.
can't make fun of it.
It was like,
Then we can't make fun of
no,
it.
dude, the
He's
dude
doing
said he
good,
was on
right?
some fucking Ritalin or some kind of
Yeah,
shit.
he
He,
probably
God.
probably be seeing shit.
he was like, yeah, and I trained MMA, and I got kicked out of that gym because I wasn't getting along with anybody.
That's what I was trying to say. What are we getting?
Oh man, my daughter would have dropped him and he said that. But he's like, I hadn't taken my meds. I'm sorry. I'm better now. I'm like, oh no, that's cool. Yeah, I'll see you around. Bye. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you right now. Get out
He's
of here.
on meds though. That's a good thing.
Now he's on
his
meds.
meds.
Would they have special gyms for people on meds?
If they do, yeah, we got
I know some. I know some. I can name a few actually.
perhaps not.
Just so you know, Eric has the leash on me right now.
I'm
and I'm
gonna
just
have to
behaving.
leave. Yeah. We're trying to be nice and
I'm ready though. I'm ready.
but that was this one insane.
Can I make like? Can I just say something that sounds like the name?
No. Yeah, so that was an odd altercation I had with a guy that came into the dojo, right? And it's weird because you you see all these weird videos on YouTube of people like going into your gym and challenging the black belt, right? There's some great videos out there, guys. Go see Hubson Mauta's video. There's a guy, big guy, tattooed guy, like offers him $20 to fight anybody. Just to try the martial, just to see what jiu-jitsu is about.
That's it, $20.
And Robson ended up rolling with him and just smoked him. Robson Mauta is a 7-time world champion.
Yeah.
He's dangerous.
He's tiny, but
he's the worst kind of tiny you want because he'll jump on you and you'll like a tick. He'll drain. He'll kill you and you'll not understand why because he's so light, but he's super deadly.
What's his name?
Robson Mauta, GTS.
I got to train with him once.
Yeah, we
At
both
Lotus.
did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, he did 2 seminars back in the day. It was really informative.
In your face, sucker!
I learned a lot from that guy. But there's a lot of these videos. There's this video on YouTube of this guy walking into a kung fu school and challenging to a striking match. And he smokes the instructor there. It was just
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Because that's the thing about striking, though. Like, you don't have to be a super professional.
Yeah.
And if you're, I don't know if I should go there, but there are a lot of styles.
Let's just say maybe
old school styles that really need to learn how to.
I love how he has his own soundboard.
Okay.
But there's a lot of these videos, and how come I got to deal with the biters? And there's when I have Alex on, guys, I'm
a biter too, just so you know.
He's got a biting story too. Yeah, but you
When you started, I bite, and I'm like, you better get out of here. I'm gonna tickle you or bite you, or I'm gonna fart on you. You got 3 options.
Dude, and Alex has a good story too about getting bit. I'm gonna let him tell that story, but it's hilarious.
That's gonna be
He
funny.
pretty much put a guy in a panic, so the guy had no choice. But it's weird how people
Sounds like Alex.
freak out.
Sounds like typical Alex.
Dude, it's amazing how people freak out and go into their primal instincts.
Yeah.
Because let's say you didn't know nothing, bro. Let's say right now somebody jumped you in the street. You couldn't punch, you couldn't kick. They're on top of you and they're about to throw some mean elbows to your face. And you got a piece of something that you can snatch onto, and it's life or death.
Well, maybe I might.
Fuck it, I'm biting your knee, your leg, your arm, your belly. I'm getting you off of me. Yo, there's a video on YouTube of this 2 girls fighting in this hallway. Have you seen it?
Oh yeah. I
And
seen that
one girl
the Spanish-
mounts the other girl, and one
She
girl,
bite her chocha.
Why? I want to see this,
dude, and she latched on, and the girl,
Punani?
dude, the girl is
Yeah.
she's getting pummeled. She's like, yo, Tito Ortiz is on top of her, and
Yeah,
she's
she
boom.
boom.
And then all of a sudden you just see her go, oh my god! And then it just the fight
Can
ends.
we watch that after?
Dude, we
Yeah.
can. It's crazy. It's insane.
wow.
That was terrible.
But it's insane how people go to these primal instincts when they. That's why it's important to be trained, right?
Yes.
Because you don't want to go to that point. Because God forbid you do. Listen, biting in sometimes
might
in a
lose your
fight.
teeth.
No, but dude, in a fight sometimes it's important. You might need to bite somebody. You
But
might
if they
just-
bite flesh, it's different.
Yeah.
You can't just rip it out. You
Yeah.
know, get cloth is different. If you bite cloth, yeah, you can rip their teeth out. You bite leather, you bite, depending
You
on
lose teeth, you fuck
Right,
your
but
shit
when you're
up.
buying flesh, that's not like you could. A lot of people don't realize what I like. I've learned is you could just grind the sides of their mouths.
Yeah.
And when they're biting and their teeth are not clenched together, you can squeeze your finger to the side.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
their
yeah,
cheek.
yeah.
And you just dig in there and dig in the eyeball sockets and rip their soul out.
Anyway, that's some old school shit right
yeah.
there.
But that's better than pulling away, though.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
What happens is when you pull away, you might leave a piece.
I
of
told you
yourself behind.
that I was in corrections as this guy got his nipple bit off, right? The officer had an inmate in a headlock. Next thing you know, and then the dude had to get stitches, had to get part of the nipple reattached. He had to take HIV meds, anti-HIV meds,
Yeah, they have that.
anti-hepatitis meds,
You have to
anti-everything.
do that in 3 days. Like
he
people
quit.
Actually, do it for a month. I
He
think you have to-
retired.
Yeah.
Yeah, he retired from mental shit.
Stress.
Yeah,
thinking
dude
about
got
that
his shit
alone.
bit.
Yeah, I
But
get my
man,
nipple ripped off. I don't want to come back.
I've got my nipple ripped.
You've
I mean, bitten, but not ripped.
usually
Sorry.
gotta pay extra for that. That's,
Yes,
you know.
I have. I've also been paid extra for it. No, I'm just kidding.
So that's insane how some people are.
Yo, look at Brent when I said
Yeah,
that.
that's mad.
Yo,
gay.
that's mad.
We gonna have to
gay,
throw
yo.
hands.
Hey, yo. You should make that my sound effect.
That is your.
Hey,
we
yo.
need to record that.
Do it. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, yo.
A lot of people are gonna like that one.
Yo.
But dude, and throughout my tenure teaching at Hoshan Gracie / Enigma, we used to be Hoshan, now we're
When
Enigma.
you say Shinigma.
Shinigma, Shmembers, Shmembuary. Guys, I've had these weird encounters with people. Just strange. I had a drunk guy walk in one night.
You should tell the story how we met. No, I'm just kidding.
That's where I was going. I had a drunk guy. No, I had a drunk guy walk into the gym one day, bro.
That was me. No, I'm
And this was the Green Gate, right? And the Green Gate was a nice spaced area.
Yeah.
It was long, right?
So she
And-
said. No, I'm sorry. Yo, that.
dude, and
Nah, that's
it was retard special. Can I say retard? I don't care. Listen.
Yeah, we don't care about the
So
PC anymore.
we had a good space. We had a cage in the front, and then we had the mat space in the
That
back.
front was hot.
It was a good amount of space. And the front door, you had to walk in through the front desk, past the cage. The mats were in the back. The bathroom was in the back, right? This guy walks in hammered, right? Doesn't, and I'm sitting at the front desk. I'm waiting there. He walks in past me, past the cage, walks towards the back, starts saying, "Yo, I need to learn how to fight." Right? And Leo's in the back sitting with his wife, Danny, and he's like, "What the fuck is
He's
this
a new
shit?"
guy. He just came out knowing and
Yo,
said, "Yo, I need to learn how
random
to
guy
fight."
walk, and he doesn't stop. He just walks straight to the back.
Oh, he didn't even go. He didn't stop at
He didn't stop at the
stand or
desk. No,
nothing.
he just walks in, bro.
And that sets off bells and whistles
Yeah,
and alarms.
yeah.
Dude,
right,
he
right.
walked in, and I
Facts.
get up from behind the desk. I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you?"
That's
Wait,
He
like,
walks
who
past
is
me.
This guy?
And this is the life of teaching in a martial arts school. It goes with it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I had it too.
Yeah.
That guy comes in and go, yo, I came here to see if your stuff works. Yo, I came to see if that shit works. I bet you don't work. I put my money on. That's what I thought. Choking us out.
What did you do with that guy?
Some actually come in talking crap. A few of them I invited on the floor,
Yeah,
and they'll be like, they'll either say, "Nah, I'll be back. Let me go change." I'll be like, "Go change." They never come back.
Right,
Or
right.
they'll talk crap, and I'll be like, "Oh, come on, just take your shoes off, sign this waiver." By the time you get to that point, it's like they already know that. Why am I signing a waiver?
This is yeah.
the waiver is a good one.
Yeah, you need to
It's
sign
like-
the waiver because
Now-
when you get hurt.
Yes, or sometimes, I mean, but I've never, very few times that I've actually, lately, in the old days it's different, but
Right.
lately, most people already know they know UFC, they know that they're going to get, beat up.
Yeah.
But back in the
Get fucked
the
up.
original days, when we used to train in the pit, I used to teach in the pit in the Bronx, yeah, that was different. I've had some guys come down and that was fun. And I didn't know shit. I just saw Gracie in action, and I imitate what I saw. That's all I did. Like,
mimics.
Clinch, shoot in, take down, armbar, rear naked choke.
Just
you know
mimic
what I mean?
stuff.
That was it. Sometimes
mimic
then when I started getting decent was when I started throwing on triangle chokes. But
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I tell you that. But it's real. I used to have a shout out to my boy Jancy, who had a barbershop up the hill, Grun Hill Road in Webster. And one time he used to do the barbershop. Now this is in the Bronx. It's not the nicest area.
Yeah.
And he would be doing barbershops phases, and guys would start talking mad doo-doo. And he would be like, yo, if you're that good, come down and visit my teacher. He'll test it out. He'll say this and that. And he used to bring regular. I used to have that in Guys Sort of Fitness with Elvis Padron and Omar and the guys in the back in the old days, also in 233rd. I had these people that used to bring me back in the first days of Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
It wasn't so popular. And they would do the same thing, and I would always be like, "Let's go, let's take challenge matches." That's my history. I didn't go pro, but I did a lot of underground stuff, a lot of like close the doors. Yeah, he used to close the gym, and at the end of the day, and then there'd be the bodybuilders throwing kicks and showing off, and he'd be like, "Oh, you're that badass?" Yeah, and he used to feed them. He used to go, yo, so you're that badass? I bet you can't be the guy that's like 5'9", 100 and whatever pounds, 180, 160. Yeah, right. Yo, Mato. You know, the guys would be like, I'll kick his butt. And I'd be like, all right, so come in. He used to come back, and they'll introduce me to them. And I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Like it was a Columbo effect. I call it, like, so you want to fight? Oh, that's okay.
Dude,
and I'd be like,
you just dated us. These kids don't know who Columbo is.
So,
just a few more questions, ma'am.
Yeah, you know.
Google Columbo, guys.
Yeah, I Googled it.
So that was my hero. I used to do a Columbo. So people think I was this crazy, nerdy, crazy guy, that weakling. Yeah. And then that's why I think I started getting called Superman, I think, also, because I would come in like Clark Kent and then roll like Superman. I'll change it up on people. And that was my persona. I think that's the ninja way.
That's cool, though, man. People are not supposed to know.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
With every martial artist, pretty much.
Well,
a guy walks down the street, you should know that he trains or he's not training. Unless he's arrogantly about it.
Yeah. Back in the day, we used to call it the element of surprise. I don't know if people use that anymore.
No, everybody's got gear.
Yeah,
everybody walks around with gear.
Gym shirt or something.
It's hard to
clothing, right?
Yeah, a lot of MMA gear or UFC stuff.
Because it's branding now. Yeah. We enter the era.
That's cool though. It's different era.
It is cool. It's fashion, martial arts and fashion are together.
Very few times you see people trying to fight on the street. You know, it's
the little chow guys. I'm kind of like looking at everybody with what does this guy know?
Yeah, you should. You should, because you don't know. The ears, the cauliflower ears. Yeah. The cauliflower ears.
That's a giveaway.
Yeah. So, to get back to the drunk story, I just want to finish that up because it's hilarious. Because Leo, you see, back in the day, right, I used to worry about Leo because he had these moments where he would have a smile and then he wouldn't have a smile. And when this guy walked in, Leo kind of looked at him. And he was visibly drunk. He was visibly walking like wobbly, right? Yeah. And then I managed to catch him halfway into the gym. Like, hey, come here, man. How can I help you? He's like, I want to learn how to fight. I want to learn how to fight. And
sadly, those are the ones that we cannot mess with because we know they're drunk.
But you could smell it on him. He was hammered. And I felt bad for him, right? Because and I'm like, okay, but why are you going back here? Come over here to the front desk with me, and I'll give you some information. He's like, nah, I just want to fight because somebody told me in this gym you guys teach how to fight, and I want to fight. I go, okay, just keep your voice down. Let's come in the front. And Leo says, hey, why? He wants to fight. Like, Leo said in the back,
shit.
He wants to fight, and I'm like, no, I got it.
He saved his ass, basically.
Right? Shit. And we had this other guy. His name was Joe, right? And Joe is a boxing instructor. And tall Joe, he walks up and he's like, yo, what's the problem? Like he's stunting on him. Like, what's the problem? But he said, what's the problem? But at the beginning of the word problem, there was a problem, like a pop. Like, I'm gonna put you in your face.
The pop.
Pop.
You guys know what I'm saying. He's like, yo, what's the problem? And I'm like, and he's like, I just want to learn how to fight, right? And like we walk, and then Leo walks up and he's like, hey man, what's this guy's deal? And I'm like, no, it's cool. We're going to walk him out. And I look at Joe, and I'm like, Joe, let's get him out of here before Leo fucking throws a flying triangle on his and breaks his neck. And like, yeah. Let's go. And then we recognize him. He happened to work next door. There was a plumber shop. It was a Friday night. Or it was Thursday night.
Literally next door. Right?
Yeah, it was right next door. And we realized, we looked at his jacket. He had that plumber logo. And we're like, dude, do you work next door? He goes, yeah, just because I see you guys every day and I want to train. I'm like, okay, listen.
Thank God you didn't.
Come back
sober.
You drunk, man. Go keep drinking. Enjoy your day. Try to stay off the street.
Don't drive.
Yeah, be safe. And he's like,
drive.
I'm sorry, man. It's just that I feel like I need to learn to fight.
He probably got that liquid courage.
Dude, that's what it was.
Like, nah,
At least he didn't start a fight though. He said,
Cooler heads prevailed.
Courage using, huh?
Cooler heads prevailed that day, man. Because like it could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse. Because all three of us, like, had he done anything, it would have been. It would have been a tag match. It would have been a tag match, bro. Like Joe would have thrown a fucking uppercut, tagged me in. I would have dropped the elbow on him, tagged Leo in. Leo would have fucking leg locked him or some shit, some crazy shit like that. It was a scenario that could have gotten way worse. And it's funny how when people see a martial arts studio, they get this, I want to go learn that, or I want to go try that, or is that shit for real?
Or stay away from it.
Yeah, is that shit for real, or not have it at all?
That shit don't work.
Yeah, that shit don't work.
That shit is real. That shit real.
Well, not everything is real. I've been watching McDojo Life, bro. That shit, there's a lot of fucked up shit out there.
That energy stuff, people. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to buy it, then come see me because I got a bridge in Brooklyn that you should have a look at.
It's really, for sale?
It's for sale. I'll give you a great rate, Honestly, the air energy knocking people out without touching them.
Oh, yeah.
That's
like,
funny
the only one that works out of that is when the fart.
It's terrible.
Or stinky ghee.
It's clown stuff, guys. It's clown stuff. But let's see how long this one is today.
That's Benny Hill.
Wait, let it finish.
That's Benny Hill.
Yeah.
That's Benny Hill. I remember that.
I just dated we're dating ourselves.
You remember Benny Hill show?
We're old.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Google Benny Hill.
If you guys know Benny Hill, you're down. If you don't, then new millennials ain't gonna know.
Yeah, no.
You sure you guys didn't come with your dentures?
Oh, he's got jokes. Nice one.
Yeah. So that's another crazy individual that I've encountered here teaching at this gym. Another one.
Oh, I know what went wrong.
Which was a really odd one. This guy.
Yeah, go to.
This guy walks into this gym right now where we're at located, and he was an oddball. I think Alex might have been here also when he came in. Dylan for sure I know was here when he came in. This guy walks in, opens the door. Before he walks in, puts his hand on his chest like Kung Fu style, bows, and yells out,
Shaolin monk?
"Oh!" Yeah. But he full on bows, straight down, butt out, old school. No, like old school. He's
like
standing up. No. He's standing up straight. He puts his hand here.
Welcome to my
ninja
era.
You remember fucking Big Trouble in Little China?
Yes.
You remember the greeting that they would do?
Oh,
this shit with the extended
L, like a jute finger.
Yeah, like an L, right?
Side hand.
Like I'm gonna have an L for this one. And he puts it on his chest. Before he walks in, he goes, "Oh!" really loud, right? And that's traditional. And he walks in, and then he bows another time and shakes my hand. I have to get up. He's full on being respectful. I can't not.
You feel because you're supposed to go down and bounce him back.
Dude, I was like, okay, I fucked
Wolf's
up.
brother Wolf. Your style is good.
Right?
So you want some kung fu? All right.
Yeah. So this guy, and I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, I saw the sign outside. I want to learn. I want to learn. Do you guys teach Muay Thai? I go, no. And before I say anything, bro, look, he asked the question. Right? And then he goes into something else, right? He goes, do you guys teach Muay Thai here? I know Muay Thai. And he takes a step back, a good 5 feet back.
No way.
This is all in one sentence. He goes, do you guys know Muay Thai? I know Muay Thai. This is how you do Muay Thai. You throw the kick this way. Yeah! And he throws a straight front kick. Right? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Muay Thai, yeah.
And this is what happens.
Access denied.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I'm like, what is this guy doing here, right? And who is with me sitting here? The first time, and he came in a few different times. For sure, bro. The first time he came in, I think I was by myself here. The second time he came, I think Alex was here. And then the third time Dylan was here, but he came.
He said one sentence. You know Muay Thai? I know Muay Thai. My cousin used to do Muay Thai in Chinatown. I do a kick like this.
Dude, and then he comes back to me. He's like, I like Muay Thai. Muay Thai is really good. I also do take. And he's not having a breath, bro. This is all in one freaking sentence.
He had a whole introduction.
Dude, it was crazy. It was like the video games where it's just a bunch of text and you got to sit and read it.
Yeah, like Pokemon.
Straight through. Pokemon.
God. You can't even press A. It won't skip.
It just keeps going. I can't skip it. I got to sit there and listen to this guy talk. I got to let the cutscene finish. Dude, he's like, yeah, so I also train. I don't know what he was saying he was training, but he says he's got a some belt, orange belt or some shit. I don't know what he's talking about.
Orange belt.
He's saying something. He's saying, and this whole sentence, I'm like, And he's like, yeah, so what kind of martial arts do you guys teach here? I said, well, I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he goes, oh, that's cool. That's like UFC. I go, yeah, it's grappling. It's part of what they do. Oh, okay. How much are the classes? I tell him the price. He goes, okay, I'm going to come back Monday morning. I go, there's no class Monday morning. You can come Monday night. He says, okay, I'll be Monday night. Can you call me and remind me? I go, yeah, sure.
He said, call me and remind me.
I
Really friendly.
Dude, I said, yeah, just leave me your information and I'll make sure I'll have somebody give you your, to remind you to come. It's at 6, it's at 7:45. Come on through and take the class. Mind you, this guy's a little older, a little tubbier, right? I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying, you're just an oddball, man. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. And then he leaves.
You got pwned.
Pretty much, bro. And then he leaves. As he leaves, he does an about face, right? A full-on about face.
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah. Puts his hands on his chest. Bows, says, "Oh!" And I go, okay.
And that goes.
Right? And then he leaves, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, that just happened. That is an insanely.
That's
funny
New York
situation.
also.
He comes back another time, right? And I go, every time he comes back, he says, oh, if, I'm gonna train. He never trains. He's one of these guys that just goes around. He goes around and. I don't know. Maybe he just goes into gyms just to feel the atmosphere. I don't know what that's about.
Or maybe he didn't take his meds.
Could be. And he says he works in the area. He works construction in the area. So, But he did the second time he came, he did similar shit. He came in, bowed. I think Alex was sitting with me. Bowed. Opened the door. Alex is sitting at the front desk with his back to the door. He turns around, and both of us just look at him. And as he's doing the entire thing, puts his hands on his chest. Whoosh! Right? And we're like, oh shit. Alex turns around, looks at me, and goes, "What's this about?" Kind of like, what the fuck's going on here? Is this like a prank? Are you ribbing me? This is not a rib, buddy. This is some legit shit about to go down.
I just looked at him.
I just looked at him and I go, just wait and listen. And he comes in and he goes, hey, so he says, I can't.
Hey, yo.
He says, so what class do you have now? I go, oh, kickboxing is going to start in a minute with Coach Pablo. No, he didn't.
All you need to tell him is we start kickboxing classes like that.
I told him. I told him, you should take this class. He goes, I can't really. I have to go home. I just got off of work. It's a little excuse, whatever the excuse may be, right? And then Alex starts fucking with him. He just starts saying shit like, oh, so yeah. Then he randomly starts talking about attitudes in martial arts.
What?
I don't know how the conversation started. He's just saying, I know this red belt, and I saw him at a tournament, and at this tournament, he just grabbed this guy and threw him on the ground really hard. I'm like, red belt? What martial art are you? What?
Yeah, he had to do like.
Is it Hapkido, Taekwondo?
Taekwondo uses red belt. It's like equivalent to a brown belt.
Okay, so he was at some tournament and. He was talking to us, and Alex is not even listening. Alex just kind of talking. He's like, fuck this. I'm not even going to be in this conversation. He's texting on his phone and shit. And he's telling us this long-ass story about his red belt and how this red belt needs an attitude adjustment. Yeah. Just randomly talking. Like, nothing makes sense. There's no cohesion. Nothing is connected. This guy's insane.
Sounds like he's crazy.
After his story,
he probably reads Black Belt magazine or something.
Do they still have Black Belt magazine?
Wow, I used to have a collection.
Oh, those are the best, man.
That grappling magazine, jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Big up to the
Inside Kung Fu.
Inside Kung Fu. Yeah. I remember Frank Dukes was on that one. Frank Dukes, nothing.
And
anyway.
let's not forget Ninja.
Yeah. So after the conversation, he's telling us, what conversation? It's one way. He's telling us a story. After the story, guess what he does? About face, leaves. About face, leaves. He did that at least 2 more times, bro. At least 2 more times. It was insane.
Well, that sounds like me growing up in the Bronx.
He just randomly.
We dealt with that so many times. So you don't understand. I guess you don't have that out here in Queens so much.
Today.
Yeah? Well,
Brooklyn.
Nothing. I
oh, you
see
just
them all
felt
the
like,
time.
okay,
Dude,
just
Brooklyn, parts of Queens, and the Bronx. That's all there is. Crazy.
It's
like
funny, man.
Yo, son, boy, you do this? Yo, yeah. You know?
Yeah, just.
Hoy!
What's with
So
these
your
people?
style is good.
Was he a crackhead?
Oh, the crackhead that walked in one day.
See, I'm glad I said crackhead.
Dude, we had a woman walk in, right?
Oh,
and we're
crackhead
pretty
woman.
sure, yeah, we're pretty, cause, like we've seen her around, and
Oh,
in this area, and this area is Queensbridge, so there's there's a little area,
Literally at the foot of Queensbridge.
right? Yeah, so she walks down, dude, the rudest lady I've ever seen. Maybe she needed a hit, I'm not sure.
Nah.
She walks
Forget
down
it.
the stairs, opens her door in a fucking like an aggressive fashion, like fucking yeah, and that's a heavy door. So she was either tweaking or whatever. She got superhuman strength, right? So she walks in here and she goes, "You got some crack? No,
Yo, you got some crack?
dude." She walks in, right, and immediately says, "How much for a class?" And I go, "Ha!" I go, "What? You know." She walks, dude. She doesn't say anything. That's what she says. Yo, how much for a class? And she's standing there, and I'm sitting over here where you're sitting, right? And Nikki is sitting here at the front desk, and everybody's here, mind you. Alex is here, Dylan is here, everybody's here.
So it's right before class.
Yeah, and we're all looking at her, and she's like, "How much for a class?" And then we go, "Oh, well, it depends on what you want. We have individual classes, you know. How much? I want privates. I want to learn private. I want to learn self-defense." I go, "Okay, sure." And she goes, "So, like, what days are good for you?" So I don't care. Just give me a schedule. I just need to know. I mean, how hard is that? Like she was saying, like
Right.
she was talking to me like I'm some kind of dumbass piece of shit. And I'm like, and I'm trying to be polite. I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, of course. Here, let me give you the price list." And I have a price list that's just overly priced for in case a rich person walks in. So like one class is like $300, and I put it in her face. And I go, "Well, see here, for this one private, which is an hour and a half, you can pay this." But she goes, "Oh hell no!" And she fucking storms out, bro. She just storms out, pushed the door open, and left. And everybody, we're just like looking at each other, like, "What the hell was that?" Alex goes, "That was a crackhead."
Yeah.
And I go, "How do you know that?" Says, "I've seen her. I've seen her around the area."
Oh, okay, that explains.
Dude, I'm like, "What the
You
fuck?"
got some crack?
Dude.
You ever heard this crackhead tell the cops someone stole her $20 for crack?
I saw that video. Yeah, she's complaining to the cop
You still have $20?
about how she
Yeah.
paid the dealer,
Oh, my
but
God.
didn't get the product back. So she says, "Listen, it doesn't matter what I'm buying. I just want my money back." And the cop goes, "Well, what exactly were you buying, man?" "Okay, listen, I smoke crack, okay? I smoke crack. I want my crack. I don't want the crack no more. Just give me my $20.
Down.
And then the lady at the back was like,
Yeah.
"I don't sell crack.
I don't sell crack. I'm
I'm
a
a
hooker.
prostitute."
I'm a
Oh my
prostitute.
God! See the world we live. See, drugs are bad for you. If
Drugs
you don't believe me now.
Yeah, drugs
Look
are
at that.
bad. That's fucking
Say
crazy.
no to drugs.
Yeah. But yeah, so like this is what I'm saying about, having a dojo. I'm pretty sure
How
a
did
lot
Brent
of
start?
Brent actually he somebody brought him to us. Was it Mark and
it was
Erica?
Mark and Erica.
Yeah. And
Oh,
they were all part of the same dance crew and kickboxing and stuff like that.
I knew dance. I knew Mark from dance.
Okay.
Like this is a studio called BDC,
Right.
and so I always seen Mark from there.
Cool.
And then
What did he do there?
dance.
Yeah, it was
He
just a
used to
dance
dance?
studio. Yeah,
Oh, that's why he was dancing. He was going down the.
Yeah, he would just freestyle hip hop style.
he's cool with this shit.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
What's up?
Yeah, that's how he came to the gym.
Mhm.
They used to bring us a lot of.
Yeah, and then I seen them. I was supposed to take capoeira class one
Right,
time,
right,
and then the class was not happening.
right. So you
I
showed up
was
here.
yeah, I was walking towards the Union Square
Mhm.
with a couple of people,
Nice.
and then I seen they was working with the pads.
Right, and on the street, yeah, they
Union
would.
Square.
They do
On the
like
street?
open sparring on the street.
Yeah. Yo, I got a video I could show you. Oh, let me show you the video.
Okay, in a while, in a minute.
Alright. I was trash too, but
but you didn't know anything. Now you know.
Yeah,
now you
now
know
I'm a
some.
little
Now you got
better.
some skills. Now you've trained and you've become part of the trained group instead of the untrained group.
Word.
But that's cool, man. Yeah. So like in martial arts as
Me and
instructors,
Verbal, too,
yeah,
at the same
Verbal too.
time.
Verbal was a guy. He moved to North Carolina. He was a beast on the mats, bro. He's one of these guys that I took out
yeah,
to a tournament.
mad strong.
Destroyed everybody. He's a phenom. Yeah, he had to move back to North Carolina to fix his life up and improve everything. But
He had a lot of potential.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, he actually had started training before you.
Yeah.
He had a couple months before you, but he was a beast, and then you became the new beast for the white belt.
Not yet. Not yet.
You, listen,
I'm getting
other
there,
white
though.
belts have problems with you, man. Even some of the higher ranks have problems with you because you're sneaky and you got those skinny arms that get in like on the chokes. Real, he gets a grip on a collar. You got to start to panic.
Well, once I get the techniques, because I was watching some techniques earlier today, coach. I'm like,
So, the guys, with martial arts and crazy people, does that kind of go hand in hand?
Of course, to me, shots to the head.
Yeah, right?
Shots to the nog!
Shots to the nog. It's crazy because
you gotta have a couple screws loose
to train.
to weather this.
To train,
yeah.
period.
You know what we say, we're products of our environment. We live in a crazy environment, so we get that energy, the crazy energy, and it goes, that chaotic energy goes into the martial arts where it can be controlled, directed, and
Yeah, you could channel
Focused.
it.
Focus
It's
and
focused
channel.
better.
Yeah.
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 so it goes with it. This is the best place. I mean, when people think martial arts everywhere in the world, the number one thing they think is discipline. They think discipline, they think focus.
Yeah.
And then getting in shape. Those are the three primary corners of martial arts in the market too, right? I mean, and that's what it is. And if there's a reason for it, this is what we can do.
Dude, but then there's the extreme of that. Those really insane people that shouldn't be anywhere near.
The pretenders and the wannabes
They're just
and
gonna get hurt.
I was gonna say losers, but the pretenders, the wannabes, and the posers.
I remember this guy and he when I was back at Lotus, this guy was crazy. You know how crazy this guy was?
Not the pressure point guy, right?
No. No, not Dr. Furabolo, which we'll get into. I think if you speak Portuguese, you know what that means. Or probably not, because it's slang that Leo Furabolo. Forget it. Listen. So this guy was legit crazy. He was a big guy, right? He was a good, I want to say 6'2", 200 plus, 240, 200, up heavy, super heavyweight. This guy would come once every couple of months. He'd come pay for the day, right? He'd step on the mat. Now, he had a white gi, plain white gi. On his shoulder, he had it stitched, John 3:16. Now, that's a Bible verse.
You must
Yeah, so
run.
God so loved the world that he gave
He's
his
fighting
only
for
What is it?
John 3:16. So God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
Amen.
Forever,
Right on.
ever, amen.
Right? So, with that,
Bible
this
man.
guy was, listen,
right.
and I didn't know him at the time, but everyone around me, I was a white belt at that time. Everyone, they kind of said, watch out for this guy. I'm like, what's his deal? And I go, he's insane, he's crazy, but he pays for the class, so we got to deal with him.
That's
Right?
the thing. Occupational hazards.
Dude, so, we're doing the class, warm-ups, technique, time to roll, right? So he rolls with one of the purple belts, a bigger guy, and I'm watching this roll. Man, that guy's going like he's
1,000%.
he's trying to fight for the UFC title, bro. He's going full on, and it's all grunting and muscle and strength, like zero
Like
technique.
Pablo? No, I'm kidding.
Dude,
Sorry, Brick.
yeah, like a
kill me
bear fighting for salmon.
Yeah, but Pablo's dangerous. He
This
got
dude,
technique.
this dude is just, and the purple belt is very technical, and he catches a sweep. Didn't really submit him. Then he gets mount, and the time runs out. Boom, next guy rolls with Big Mike. Big Mike was 6'4", high level guy, blue belt, former wrestler, New York Open champion, all that shit. Really good, really big, right? Dude, like a bull and another bull just butting heads.
Going at it.
And it's just, you just hear the clubs just like boom, boom, boom. It's just two guys fighting. It's not even jiu-jitsu at that point, bro. It's just two guys fighting and trying to get a better position. And the guy's just, you hear him, he's grunting, but he's scream grunting. Yeah, he's like, "Duh! Duh!" like that.
Like a professional wrestler.
Crazy.
Dude, we're trying to roll around these guys.
Like a Hulk Hogan type of thing?
Dude, yeah, like fucking WWE.
Hey, Mean Gene.
Dude, it's like he's cutting a promo, like and it's insane watching this guy, right? And I didn't get to roll with him that day. I rolled with him later on when I was a blue belt because he disappeared and came back like a couple years later, right? But this guy would come every couple of just months. It was insane. After that class had ended, we're all like talking to him and shit, and we're changing in the small changing room, and he's like, I like to strengthen my neck. Actually, at the end of the class, he's because everyone told him that I'm unchokeable, right? Because everybody would do
Chokestubborn.com.
And everybody's like, oh, dude, like he's got because he was talking about his neck to somebody. And I go, whoa, well, he has no neck. You can't choke him at all. He's like, oh, really? And then he comes up to me and goes like, do you train your neck? And I go, nah.
My son did a Tyson workout.
Dude, yeah,
no, I'm just part of the Lord of the Rings.
Dude, I have a short distance from my ear to my shoulder. It's just, I have a very.
Some people are lucky.
Juggernaut
style.
Yeah, right. This is why they call me Ram Man, because it's just.
Should have been Juggernaut though. Actually,
that's actually one guy, Angelo. He called me Juggernaut
that
first.
Makes sense.
That's cool.
Damn, honestly, I like that.
He actually, you know what's
like
fucked
that
up though?
Ram-Man.
Angelo called me Puerto Rican Ram Man because he didn't know I was Colombian. He's like, that's the Puerto Rican Ram Man.
Oh my god, all spits look the same. And,
But he was cool, cat. I love Angelo. He's cool. I don't know if he still trains. But yeah. So this
can't
guy,
give you a Colombian necktie.
dude, this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Do you train your neck?" And I'm like, "No." I explain. I have this short distance. It's not that I'm not chokeable. It's just
some people are just lucky.
It's difficult. It's difficult to choke me. He's like, because I broke my neck in a car accident. I'm like, oh, that's terrible. Why are you telling me
trying
all
to lift
of
the
this?
car with your head?
Dude, then he goes, I train my neck a lot. What I do is I tie weights to my forehead and I lift them. And then he flexes his neck and holds his breath.
You're kidding me.
He goes,
I pick things up and I put them down.
Dude, he flexed his neck and then held his breath. I like to train, and this is how you know my neck is strong. Take a look at it. And he flexes his neck and holds his breath. Dude, he's standing in front of me.
Veins and everything.
And we're all looking at him like, what is this guy talking about?
So he's like
my son was probably on the rise.
Dude, he was. And
he was touched.
Definitely touched. And then he breathed. Yeah. And like you can see it's very, and he pulls his shirt down, takes his gi off, and as you can see, and he's flexing his neck.
He looks like the way you're doing it.
He's doing the macho man.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it looks like
man. Look at my neck. Yeah, don't get me open, mister.
Dude,
yeah.
He goes, he's crazy, bro. And we're all looking at him. I'm like, holy shit, what is this guy? Is he gonna flip out and start shooting everybody in here? Then he just walks off the mat. After he's like, but he flexes his neck for a good couple seconds, just like, and then leaves the mat.
The world, the people that we have to deal with in this industry.
And we're looking at each other like, that. Who is that guy? And like, well, that's the Jesus freak. That's what they called him. That's Jesus, the Jesus freak. It was insane.
Not all Christians are normal. It's not all
that guy
bad.
was definitely.
Some of us are touched.
That guy was definitely not all there, man. He was not playing with a full deck of cards. That guy was out there.
They got him everywhere though.
But this, and then he came back another time, and he rolled with this guy, this purple belt, Danny. Danny was a beast, little Brazilian guy, just well shaped. Did that P90X shit, and yoga. He was in shape. Dude,
if you guys were here to see his face, your face is making. Dude, you're funny to watch it right today. For some reason, you're doing the neck
eventually
you're doing the shirt stretching and then you got P90X yoga shit.
Eventually, we'll have it on video, right? But this guy comes back to train years later. I'm a blue belt, right? A good year and a half later, right? Yeah.
So y'all know. This is about you. Where you going?
Let him go. He's done.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry. He got a munchies. He got the munchies. Right?
See, that's a true podcast.
So take it easy, youngin.
I'll be back.
Yeah. So this guy comes back and my professor puts him to roll with Danny, his first roll, and they're rolling, and Danny's real technical, real flexible, and he catches an armbar from the guard, and the guy starts to try to stand up and posture out. But then he hooks his leg, topples him over, and now he's got the arm, and it's fully stretched, right? The guy is not tapping out, right? And Danny's like, yo, man, you need to tap. You need to tap. And the guy fucking yells out, break it! Break my arm! Yo, everybody in the gym was like,
you serious?
what the fuck?
So it sounds like one of them professional wrestler mentalities.
Dude, Daddy let go. Daddy let go with this look on his face like, what the hell is this guy doing? And like everybody was just, and my professor's like, yo, relax, my friend, relax. This was before Leon's Lotus come. Yeah. But relax, take it easy, man. Be easy, calm down. It's not that serious. And the guy's like, he's shaking, bro. His face is red. Wrestler. Yeah. His adrenaline level has spiked. This guy's level is over 9,000 right now. Right? So he's like,
can we call him back? It sounds like a guy I would like him.
Dude, I don't hope him. I'm hoping he might be dead. I don't know. He's one of these
aneurysm and shit. Like,
dude, pop a blood vessel, eyes coming out of his head. Some Fist of the North Star shit. Just full on, just out there, bro. But this guy was
break it.
Yeah, he.
Can I do that today in class?
Dude, but this was weird, man, because we were like, it was uncomfortably silent, right? Because everybody was just kind of looking at each other.
After.
During.
Break it.
Because everybody was rolling, and was it in the morning? I don't remember if it was morning or not, but it was very few of us. It was like a few of us. It wasn't a big class. And we were all rolling. And then we hear the guy yell out, break it! And we're like, what the fuck?
That sounds like some serious PTSD, though.
Dude,
honestly.
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, with the John 316,
like, how old was he?
He was at that time, he was in the upper 30s.
Does he look like he could have been ex-military, maybe?
Probably. He was a blonde guy with really short hair, crop hair.
Yeah, sounds like he could have been like an
But he
ex-military
did mention that he was in a car accident, maybe a near-death experience kind of fucked with him in the head.
Well, that's probably the 316.
Yeah, maybe he survived a severe car injury.
And saw something. But before that, it could be... it could be a lot of it. Maybe the car accident was in the military.
Could be. Could be. But this guy was insane, man. That dude was fucking nuts.
Can you give him a name so that whenever he walks back in, you can say, "Oh, John, that's the guy."
That's the guy. That's the insane person.
That's the insane wrestler.
That's John 316.
Yeah. Wow.
But I don't know if he's. I haven't seen him in fucking forever.
Well, we hope he's okay. By the way,
yeah.
We're not that kind of people.
We're not making fun of people.
Yeah.
I'm just. We are,
but we don't wish them bad. We don't wish them bad.
I just want to share a few of these weird stories because eventually, if you keep training long enough, you'll have your own stories just as weird or weirder.
From stuff like that to just basic like, oh, my strap broke and it was. I don't know. Who knows? I got my ball pinched in my cup.
What are you saying?
You never got your testes pinched between your... I got my testes pinched off in my cup.
That's entirely too much, bro.
It's too overfilled. Sorry.
Look at that. Your balls got pinched? What the fuck? I'm glad Brent left because he'd be like, yo, that's gay. That's
oh, man.
Yo, hey, yo. Did you guys hear him? God bless that little Brian. That crazy
Brent
individual. God damn, straight up,
Smoke weed every day.
That's all day.
Smoke weed every day.
All day, every day. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Nah, but that's cool, man. I just wanted to share a few of those stories. It's because it's funny how in life it gives you these really great moments and it gives you these bad moments, and then in between that, you got these crazy moments that you don't even know how to process. You don't know how to process. It's crazy.
It is a journey, and it's actually. I gotta say,
it's funny shit.
It's a journey that I still take over and over, though.
Like this guy that walked into the dojo one day, right? He wanted to train jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah. He actually had won a raffle where we gave away 3 months of jiu-jitsu. Or was it 1 month of jiu-jitsu? I forget how much it was. But he walked in. He wanted to do every class, which he had access to. He did the kickboxing. He did the jiu-jitsu. I think that's all we had at the time. But he would always not train jiu-jitsu. He liked striking because he had done some striking before. I think he did some Wing Chun or something. And he enjoyed the kick. He was completely out of shape, though.
Who's this?
This guy, he just completely out of shape. Bro, this guy was crazy. You know how I know he was crazy? In his gym bag. And this is some random shit again where people just start telling me their life stories. So he's unpacking for the kickboxing class. And I'm telling him, you should take the jiu-jitsu. He's like, oh, what kind of jiu-jitsu? Japanese jiu-jitsu? No, it's Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's self-defense based. I teach both the competition style and the street style. And he goes, oh, yeah, no, because in the street, you got to be real ready. You got to be careful. And he reaches in his bag, and he pulls out a fucking knife, right? Like a good past the 4 inches that's legal, right? Like a good-ass, like Rambo-looking First Blood with the compass on the bottom,
really?
With the toothpicks inside and the matches.
Maybe you found the one I lost.
This dude was in this, and he pulls it out.
That was me in high school.
And I go, oh, so
high school in the Bronx,
dude. But look, he rummaged around in his bag for it, right?
That's crazy.
So he's like, yeah, oh, and I'm telling him the self-defense, and he goes, yeah, well, I got this, zing, and he pulls out a sword, right? This fucking knife. It's just a big ass knife. Right?
What would have happened if he would have been gave you the look now it's your turn?
I'd have fucking had to fight. I'd have thrown shit at him and then taken the knife.
Block with a garbage pail or something.
Dude, right? Listen, when it comes to, there's two types of fighting that I do. There's the kind of the jiu-jitsu style that you guys see.
Sport.
And then there's the CO.
And dirty.
The old school CO that now knows jiu-jitsu and had to deal, because I've had to deal with inmates with
the street stuff,
with bangers and pokers, and I got cut. A fucking inmate cut me with a little razor melted into the toothbrush, right?
Wow.
Yeah, he nicked me on the arm. I didn't realize I got cut, and somebody said, "Hey, you're bleeding on the arm." And I looked at it and I go, "Well, that's not a fucking scratch. It was too clean.
Yeah.
It was just clean, right?" But I've had to deal with that shit, right? So this guy would have jumped at me, I'd have been like, okay, fuck it, right? But he grabs it, pulls it out, and he kind of look at it. Then he puts it back in his bag, and then he goes take the kickboxing class.
Look at it.
Right? And I go, this guy's fucking insane.
Look at it. What if you would have ripped out a sword and went, well, that's not a knife.
That's not a knife.
No, that's a knife.
How many people have seen Crocodile Dundee? Jesus, we're old.
Yes,
right? But guys, Google Crocodile Dundee.
That's not a
Paul
knife.
Hogan, right?
That's not a knife.
That's not a knife. So he came back another day, and he finally decided to take jiu-jitsu.
And what did he bring this time? Machete?
I don't know. Yeah, he's a weird guy, man. He's a weird.
I love machetes, by the way.
He's a weird dude, and he I put a gi on him, and I had Nikki take a class, and this other girl who I can never remember her name, but she was small. She was small like Nikki. She was tiny, and
this guy was big.
He was like my height. I'm not tall.
Okay.
But he had a decent build on him.
Your tone is hysterical.
So I put a gi on him, right? He was an A1. That's the size, right? So
it's not a sauce. A1 sauce. Remember that? Again. No, A1 sauce is still a thing. Still around? Okay. It's in steakhouses. When it goes back.
Yeah, but you should never put anything on a steak except salt and pepper.
That's right. I don't. So.
And cook it medium rare. Don't be a pansy, right?
You're gonna be a meat eater.
Yeah. So he takes the class, right? And I'm teaching ABCs, man. Pablo was there, and Kenny, my brown belt, was there. At the time, he was purple. Pablo was blue. We're on the mats. I'm showing basics. I'm showing them some crazy inverted, upside down, because they're a little higher, right? Yeah. For the white belts, for the two girls and the guy.
These names that he dropping, just so you guys know, are some of the best that's coming out of this school.
they're my best students, man. They really are.
Yeah, these are some amazing
training for years with us. Yeah. So this guy, I'm teaching him the cross choke, the basic cross choke inside the guard.
That's when they put you on a crucifix and just. I'm just kidding.
That's the basic choke you learn every first class. That should be the choke, just so you understand what chokes are.
Yeah.
So you can understand, right? Yeah. So this guy. I'm showing the girls. They're doing it on each other. They're doing the cross choke. They're tapping out. And you're a bad boy.
Just so you know, I made a smirk when he said they're doing it on each other. I was like, trying to give him a look like, what? I giggled.
So I'm showing them, and they're doing it correctly. And I tell Nikki to do it on the
Nothing on it. Alex will he'll be like,
right? So the guy, God damn it. So the guy, he gets put in the cross choke.
Open the door.
He gets put in the cross choke, and he says, I can't feel it. Right?
What?
He says, maybe they're doing it wrong. And I go, no. They're not doing it wrong. They're doing it right. It's just that you're not feeling it. I explained to him there's two types of chokes. There's a wind choke, an oxygen choke, where you can't breathe, right? And then there's the blood choke, which takes a little time. It circulates,
7 to 10 seconds.
Right. It takes, and then everybody varies. Everybody's different with that a little bit, right? Especially guys like me.
In the
guys
old
like
school, they
Armando.
used to teach it, and for safety reasons, they would say if the guy's not person, not guy, if the person's not tapping in 10 seconds, you should let go and start all over.
Right.
For safety.
It's a dangerous choke. So this guy, I put it back on him.
There? Yeah. Oh man, I wanted to go.
Food is in the building, and John has been distracted.
Teriyaki guy, right?
Teriyaki chicken over here. Can I finish this podcast? It's ridiculous.
Erick, chicken.
Ad comedy, right? Yeah, right. So I explained to the guy, well, it takes time, and of course the strength. You're an idiot. What the hell am I doing here? What am I?
Sorry.
I might as well just. 'Cause what else is there to do? Right? I gotta go do my own thing now.
For music.
What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing?
It sounded like porn music.
Oh, good lord.
It's okay.
What's going on? You ever have one of those moments where it just fucking goes hard left? Nothing matters anymore. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right. What was I saying? Right. So the guy. Are you all right? Do you need water?
They don't see your face.
Yeah, that's true. They will see it. You're crazy.
Okay.
Right? So the guy. So the girls are doing the choke on him, and he's like, as they're doing the choke, he's like, I'm not feeling it, and I'm like, no, give it some time, and he goes, nope, don't feel it. See, I'm still breathing. I go, okay, it's not an air choke, it's a blood choke. Yeah. So I go, here, let me show you again, and I told the girls, listen, when you put your first grip in, try to go past the ear to the back of his head with that first grip. Right? And then I say, with the second grip, go underneath it and pull it in. And he taps immediately because I'm doing it, right? Yeah. I'm a goddamn black belt. Cody's going to tap right away. Right? And he goes, see, now I felt it. He goes, see that one. And he's like, he's looking at them. And he's like, you see how he did it?
You have failed.
See, I felt it when he did it. I don't feel it when you do it.
Oh, snap.
Right?
Oh, snap.
So I'm like,
sexist.
Snap. It's so sad. And Nikki and the other girl, I can't remember her name. It started with an S, or maybe it sounded like an S. Right? So how long is this? It's a full-on piano sonata, whatever, recital. What did I say? Right. Can we do that? That's copywritten. Right? No, listen. So I tell the girl, the one girl, not Nikki. I say, hey, not Nikki, because I don't remember her name. Can you do the choke? And she goes, okay, and she puts it on, right? And the first grip, she got it super deep, right? The second grip, she goes, pulls it in, and he's looking at me, and he's like, she must be doing something wrong. I don't feel it. And then he's out.
He wasn't planning on.
And then, but she's holding on, right? But she's got her head to the side, and she's got her eyes closed, like she's pulling on every fucking strand of her muscular body. But she's like, it's not working. And I'm like, let him go.
Kill him, the guy.
And she goes, it didn't work. And I pulled him off of her, and he's out.
So he was in her
He's
car?
out, bro. And then Nikki goes, yo, you just put him to sleep. And the girl goes, what? That's awesome. I'm going to do that to my boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, relax. And I had to bring the guy back. So I got his legs up and I'm looking at him. And he comes to. And he's like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, dude, you took a nap. Relax. Breathe. Count from 10.
Relax. I just took a nap, but can't get more relaxed.
So I said, dude, calm down. You need to breathe. Count backwards from 10. But he's every other word is coming out wrong because his brain hasn't shut back completely, right? It hasn't turned back on. So he's
psychopath toilet.
So he's saying what happened? It's just nothing's coming out of what he wants. That's a common thing I noticed. If you get put to sleep long enough to come back, you try to say something.
Like flop.
Your brain says it. You hear it in your brain, but when it comes out, it doesn't come out what's supposed to come out. It's real weird.
The connection.
It's insane, right? It's like it's weird. It's just it's all like Chewy. Yeah. So he comes back, and I go, dude, you see what happens? You see the choke, it was working. It's just it took a little longer on you because she was using minimum strength. She wasn't really pulling on it. And Pablo and Kenny look at each other, and they're like, they're trying not to laugh. They're really trying not to laugh.
I would have got up and go, you got knocked the fuck out.
You got put the fuck to sleep. Forget that shit, dude. And he's like, wow, that's amazing. I said, you see how it works? And I told him it's like you're in a tunnel and then you're out. He goes, no, I didn't even see the tunnel. I just passed out. Yo, it was crazy. And
my son said he didn't see the tunnel.
Dude, the girl was happy. She was like, oh my God, this is so awesome. I can't wait to do it. I'm like, dude, listen, please don't kill your boyfriend. You need to relax with that.
Yeah, I'll sign a waiver here.
Yeah. But yeah, the dude never came back.
You could tell that to me, it sounded like he was like one of those typical sexist, male chauvinistic.
Yeah, he got put away, man.
Yeah,
he got put away.
There you go.
But it is
Girl
what it
power
is.
Because girls rule and boys drool.
Yeah, for sure, man. Girls and they're freakishly a lot better at jiu-jitsu at times.
They have to be because we rely on muscle. They rely on legs.
Like Yoshida, my daughter Camille, a lot of the girls that have walked in and out is Anna. A lot of girls that have been training here, past, present, and future. All amazing. Sulma, her daughter Valerie. Yeah. Everybody, every one of those girls is Eliza. They were all just had to be just really good because they were always training with the guys.
And they were getting pounded on.
Yeah.
Like, not pun intended. They were getting weighed on.
What was that?
Sorry, that came out wrong. Not how I meant it. We don't pound them here.
Good Lord.
Not here. Nobody was pounded here. That was so wrong. I did not mean it like that.
Are you sure?
Porn music again, please.
Yeah, dude. So it's cool to see that. But with all these weirdos walking in and out of dojos, I gotta wonder how many stories are out there that people haven't told. Like Leo has some good stories about how he had to lock the gym doors, but I'm not gonna tell those. Right back in Brazil, but this is Brazil. You know, that's different country, different eras.
Oh, so he's safe.
Yeah. But like I always look forward to every time somebody opens the door, walks in I've never seen before.
For me, I get on point.
It's an excitement for me.
I'm like,
it's an excitement. See, you're paranoid.
I try to weigh them out
you're
right
paranoid.
away. Yeah,
I kind of just want to feel them out.
Nobody.
I want to feel them out.
True,
right?
but I want to feel them out after, not right away. At first, I'm ready to like throw a ninja star in the throat, you know. I pull a Chogosugi, like, see, the length of the blades is precise. Only by passing through the gate of the eye can it reach the brain and kill me. I'm aging myself.
Yours very dangerous. But yeah, so guys, I hope we didn't bore you with all this crap that I was just talking about. I just had to get some stories out there about...
It's the day after Christmas.
Yeah, it is. We're enjoying seeing each other again after the mini break we had. We're training. We trained this morning. It was fun.
Yes.
And we're going to keep on training. Brent's going to keep on smoking.
Yes.
And the new year's right around the corner. You cough already? You okay?
He smoked some more.
Nah, I didn't.
That's that strong stuff you got over there.
Watch, when I stop smoking, I'm going to surprise you.
I hope so. That'd be amazing. That'll be surprising.
That's when hell freezes over.
Smoke weed every day.
But I want to thank Brent for, being a part of this podcast, then leaving, then going to get food, then coming back.
Went to get food.
That's the end of it. Listen to the bells and whistles. The bells and whistles, guys. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. What happened? So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye, guys. Have a happy new year. You know no one can hear you, right? Bye, guys.